Good day, everyone. Let's continue our discussion where we left off on the obligations of partners among themselves. So, what if, in case the partnership has caused damages, it's because of your fault or because of your negligence, and then comes here as well. You bring benefits and profits to the partnership. Would it be fair that have it you could have it set off or compensated? Well, under Article 1794, damages suffered by the partnership through the fault or negligence of the partner are not generally subject to set off with the profits and benefits which the partner may have earned for the partnership because of his efforts and industry. Why? What's the reason for that? Because as a partner, it's your obligation to earn benefits and profits for the partnership. And likewise, it is as well your obligation not to cause damages through negligence or mistake or fault in your end, diba, as a partner. So those are two distinct obligations, and under our loan obligations, only a right and an obligation are required to be compensated or set off. So, ano pa pwede mo maging recourse if in cases that you, by your extraordinary efforts and other activities related to the partnership, you have bring profits, unusual profits to the partnership. Well, you could go to court and then have the damages be mitigated in your favor. No, ipapalesen po natin yung damages. So, it rests on the principle of equity if the court would consider that effort. And then, let's proceed with 1795. Would bears for the risk of loss in case that the loss is what you have contributed to the partnership. So it depends. Ano? It depends of what is being contributed. Let's say for number one, if what is contributed to in the partnership it's only an enjoyment of a specific and a determinate thing, so we call that one a usufruct, diba? Yung use lang, like a car, a delivery truck. So in that case, in case of loss, the partner who owns should bear the risks of that loss of car. Why? It's because wala pong naging transfer ng ownership to the partnership. And what if in case what is being contributed are fungible or deteriorable or yung mga consumable na things? It is the partnership that would bear for the loss. It's because the ownership na ay being transferred. Why is the presumption is like this? It's because the partnership could not use such thing which is deteriorable or consumable if there would be no transfer nga of ownership. So use is impossible without the transfer of ownership. What if what is being contributed are things to be sold? Then who would bear for the loss? Well, it's the partnership who would bear for the loss because it was intended for sale. Diba? The sale could not be made if there would be no transfer of ownership. Let's say, for example, that's a merchandise. So, importante that there is a transfer of ownership. What if what is being contributed is brought and appraised in the inventory of the partnership? So here, technically, it should be that the partnership would bear for the loss because it has an effect of an implied sale. Or else nga naman, it could not be brought to the appraisal and inventory kapag wala pong implied transfer po ng property. Let's now proceed for the topic on what are the obligations of the partnership to every partner or responsibility of the partnership. So there are two cases being presented under 1796. That's in case when a partner have used his personal money on account of the partnership. So in that case, the partnership has to refund for the amounts, including po the legal interests of the expenses made by the partner on account of the partnership. So example dyan ay yung kung, let's say, you're buying office supplies for the partnership. So for the meantime na hindi mo mahihilap ang um, nagtatago ng pera, custodian ng ating petty cash, ay dito, ay sarili mo ng pera. So in that case, if in case man na hindi ka mabayadan agad, then the partnership has to pay as well the interest of that money in case later dates. Likewise, applicable on conversion by a partner of the money of the partnership. Take note of that. And then let's now, in cases then, where a partner has personally used his money for the payment of taxes of a partnership na land or ano pa bang may tax? Building. Dapat siyang ma-reimburse. Another situation where the partnership has an obligation to the partner in case man that when a partner has entered in good faith an obligation which benefits the partnership or is of the interest of the partnership. Well, the partnership has to pay that, has to answer for that to each of the partner, and as well as for the risk and consequence of its management. So basically po, ang example lang nito, or the reason behind is the partner is an agent. It binds the partnership. Whatever acts done in good faith on account or benefit of the partnership. Example lang ito, let's say, a partner is delivering some goods to a client, then comes here, the breakdown of car. So automatically, you have it repaired. And then, hindi agad-agad mahagilap ang partnership na ng money. No. So in that case, you would pay for it. Then, it's for the benefit of the partnership. Then the partnership has to answer for that. Nangutang muna pala siya sa isang kasi obligations ang pinagpupuluhan natin dito. So nangutang muna siya para repair din sa sasakyan para niya ma-deliver. Then the partnership would be liable. Let's now proceed with the concept on how our profits and losses be distributed. So, tandaan natin, being in a contract of partnership, each of the partners must share in the profits and losses. It's a very essence of partnership. So, under 1797, the losses and profits should be distributed in conformity with the agreement. So, kapag meron po yung agreement, in accordance with the agreement. However, in absence of stipulation or agreement, the share of each partner in the profits and losses shall be in proportion of what they have contributed, but the industrial partner shall not be liable for the losses. As for the profits, the industrial partner shall receive such share as may just and equitable under the circumstances. If besides the services he has contributed capital, he shall also receive a share in the profit. So, to summarize this one, we should know that the distribution of profits should be according to agreement. So, if there is no agreement, then to the amount of contribution. Tama po ba? However, we would consider situations such as yung classification po natin ng partner. Because if there is no agreement, tama po ba? If there is no agreement, in cases of capitalist partner, it is only in proportion to what they may have contributed to the partnership fund. Kapag naman ikaw industrial partner per 1797, to which what is just and equitable lang iyong sharing ng profits. Diba? But when it comes to losses, you are not liable as to losses. So take note. So how are losses distributed? Distribution of losses according to the agreement. If there is no agreement, then for capitalist partner in proportion to what they have contributed to the common fund. There is no agreement according to profits. If none pa din according to the amount of contribution. So for capitalist partner, idudugtong natin dito in proportion to what they may have contributed. But for an industrial partner, not be liable for the losses. So, under the old law kasi, for industrial partner, yung sharing sa profits and losses, equivalent to that of the capitalist partner with the least or lowest na capital contribution. But for now, taking all circumstances, yung mga efforts na na-contribute, base na daw sa just and equitable na share. Determination na yan ng um, court. So, industrial partners losses, they are exempted not unless may stipulation ha na siya pa din ay pwede po siya ay kasali dun sa losses. But it doesn't mean that if the partnership was liabilities exempted dun sa industrial partner, he is liable by third persons. That third persons, of course, could just still go after the industrial partner for obligations relating to the partnership. So take note of that. And here, another important provision is under 1798. What if the partners have agreed to entrust to a third person yung designation po ng share of each one of them as to the profits and losses? Is it valid? Yes. So, pwede yun because if the reason is pwede yan to avoid partiality. However, with the partners question that whatever the third persons have designated them, so 1/4, 1/3, pwede ba yung i-challenge? So, under 1798, when the designation by third party is manifestly inequitable, hindi makatarungan, it could be challenged or impugned. However, such designation by the third person cannot be questioned even if it is manifestly inequitable kapag po yung aggrieved partner na iyon o yung injured partner na iyon had already begun to execute the decision. So it might be that he has received the benefits of the distribution or the designation of the profits and losses made by that third person. Or in cases then, another exception, you could not question even if it's manifestly inequitable if he has not impugned or has not questioned the same within the period of 3 months from the time he had knowledge thereof. So, hindi niya kinwestiyon, nakalampas na ang 3 months from the knowledge that it is manifestly inequitable. Another important concept, what if there is a stipulation excluding one or more partner from the profits and losses? So here, it is considered as void because the reason that the partnership is formed for the common benefit. If merong excluded, ay hindi na yan for the common benefit. One exception is that yun lang po yung case natin ng industrial partner. Excluded siya sa losses. Why? Valid yun. Excluded siya sa losses. Kasi katwiran diyan. While the capitalist partners can withdraw their capital, yung industrial partner cannot withdraw any labor or industry he has already exerted or contributed to the partnership. So we already had shared in the losses in that. So if the partnership shows no profit, this means his labor is in vain. So nako-contribute niya lahat ng mga efforts, di na maibalik. As an example, here, to make the story short, one is an industrial partner that later on, from a profit of 3 million, tapos later year, nagka-loss ng 1.5. Then after that, ay how much daw ang pupwedeng magiging distribution ng sorry, go back part. Wala din ako. So what if daw A, B, C were partners? So A being industrial partner. So during the first year of operation, profit ang partnership ng 3 million, second year 1.5 na loss. So the net profit for the 2 years is equivalent to 1.5. So in the articles of partnership, it was stipulated that si A, yung industrial partner natin, would get 1/3 of the profits but would not participate in the losses. So stipulation ba valid? Yes, of course. How much he will get? 1/3 of 3 billion or 1/3 of 1.5? Napakadaling sagutin. 1/3 of 1.5, of course. So while it is true that he does not share in the losses, this only means he will not share in the net losses. It is understood that he shared in the losses insofar as these can be accommodated in the profits and it is but fair to compute all the various transactions in determining the net profits. So, we'll stop first. Let's continue para hindi ganun kahaba po yung ating discussion. Stop.